What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be doing another tier list. And it took me some time to gather every single mythical fish in the game on this tier list. And with the mythical fishes, I'm also going to include the exotic ones. And you know what I mean by exotics, like Megalodon, the depths key, and so on. So basically, I got all 44 mythical and exotic fishes right here, ready to go. And the first fish on the tier list is going to be the Captain Goldfish. And this one, I'm going to put it at an S tier. If you guys know about the Captain Goldfish for a very long time, it was one of the best ways to make XP in the game. And on top of that, to this day, with many mid-level rods, you could make over $100,000 an hour. So for a very long time, one of the best fish in the game. And next we have the Ancient Depth Serpent, and this one I'm going to put it at an S tier. If you guys are ever in the depths and you see a yellow pool, that's where you get the Ancient Depth Serpent. And while fishing in that pool, you're going to make a ton of money while catching this exotic creature. And remember, it spawns randomly when the darkness comes. And for the next one, we have the Ancient Megalodon, and this one I'm going to put it at an S tier as well. And to be honest, the main reason I'm going to put it at an S tier is because it is a Megalodon, and on top of that, it does have like red fins. And to make things even better, it is an exotic creature and you could sell it for over $15,000. So yeah, really good way to make money is always catching one. And up next, we have the Aurora Pearl, and this one I'm gonna put it at a B tier. To this day, I feel like they should have been a legendary the entire time. And for the next one, we have the Barrelfish, and this one I'm gonna put it at an A tier. I was gonna put the Barrelfish at a C tier because I kind of got disappointed when they put it in the game. And I'm pretty sure when the depths was released, the Barrelfish was not spawning at all. And because we couldn't catch it due to like a bug or whatever, we were catching only the mutated shark and the sea snake, and we were making like a bunch of money. And I mean, to this day, you could sell it for $3,000, so you can still make a lot of money with it. And next we have the Colossal Squid, and this one I'm gonna put at an S tier. To this day, on Fish, the most popular mythical fish I get asked all the time is the Colossal Squid. It has to be the #1 fish everybody catches in the game. So even though this one is the most common one to call at the mythical level, it's still the most favorite one. And next we have Glacier Fish, and this one I'm gonna put it at a C tier. Now, even though I think it looks cool, especially with the eyes, you don't really get that much XP for it and money. At the base, you could get 400 XP every time you fish it, and I think that's way too low for a mythical fish. Especially while trying to get this, it's pretty rare. Like, I'd argue this one is more rare than the Colossal Squid, and you don't really get much from it. And up next, we have the Emperor Jellyfish, and this one I'm gonna put it at an S tier. And I'm gonna be honest, the main reason I put it at an S tier is because the shiny version is amazing. If you guys not have seen the Emperor Jellyfish when it's shiny, it looks like King Jellyfish from SpongeBob. And that alone for me puts it at an S tier. And up next we have the Frigid Mammoth Tusk, and this one I'm gonna put it at a B tier. And I'm pretty sure when you catch it, it gives you 1200 XP, and then when you sell it, you can sell it for over $2,000. But maybe in the future they could give it another purpose, like for example future craftable rods. And up next we have the Great Hammerhead Shark, and this one I'm gonna put it at a C tier. And I'm pretty sure the Great Hammerhead Shark is like a minus 35% progress speed, so it's a really easy fish to catch. But if you guys remember, the shark hunt is really rare for it to happen, so I kind of wish this gives you more money and more XP. So I think maybe in the future they buff it, but I highly doubt it. And up next we have the Glacial Sturgeon, and this one I'm gonna put it at an S tier. If you guys don't know yet, this fish right here gives you the most money in the game, because I'm pretty sure this one and the other one have the same bait, and it is truffle worms. And for the next mythical fish, we have the Great White Shark, and this one I'm gonna put it at a C tier. And like I said before, with the Great Hammerhead Shark, I hope they buff it, because this one is even easier to get, and remember, the shark hunt is really rare. And I'm pretty sure the other day I sold one for $4,000. And for this fish, I kind of feel like we should get more money. And for the next one, we have the Inferno Wood, and this one I'm gonna put it at an A tier. If you guys are not familiar with the Inferno Wood, you use this to get the Rod of the Eternal King. And the Rod of the Eternal King is like one of the best fishing rods in the game. So A tier is perfect for this one. And the next one on the list is gonna be the Isonade, and this one I'm also gonna put it at an A tier. And to catch the Isonade, all you have to do is wait for a strange whirlpool to appear, and you go farm them. And they also give you a pretty decent amount of XP too, like 1200. So if you are new to the game, the Isonade is a really good option to go for. And next we have Meg's Fang, and this one I'm gonna put it at an A tier. And if you guys are not familiar with Meg's Fang, this one is a material item. You could use this to unlock the Rod of the Forgotten Fang, and that is another endgame fishy rod, so yeah, it's pretty useful there. And I think A tier is perfect because you really can't sell it for a lot of money, and also it is very easy to get. And up next we have the Manta Ray, and this one I'm gonna put it at an S tier. If you guys know anything about the Manta Ray, it was one of the best ways to make money in the game, even to this day. Like, if you are a new level player, you should always go to the Manta Ray to make your money. Not only is it very easy to get, but it's also going to be most likely your very first mythical fish in the game. And if you go to the Manta Rays with a mythical rod, you can make like $60,000 to $70,000 an hour. So yeah, I always recommend the Manta Ray when you are a new player. And next we have Meg's Spine, and this one I'm going to put it at an A tier as well. Just like the Meg's Fang, they have the same use for the Rod of the Forgotten Fang. And once again, it's also very easy to get but doesn't sell for that much money. And up next we have the Megalodon, and this one is going to be the regular one, and I'm going to put this one at a B tier. And I'm going to be honest, for me, I don't like the way it looks. I thought they were going to design it a different way, but regardless, it's still good to get. You could sell it for like $15,000 each, but sometimes I get disappointed when I catch the regular one. I'll be like, oh, I wish I caught the phantom one or the ancient one, but oh well. And up next we have the sea pickle, and this one I'm going to put it at an S tier. And the main reason I'm going to put it at an S tier is because it has a really cool shiny version. And now we have the mythic fish, and this one I'm going to put it at a D tier. Every time I catch a mythic fish, I always get disappointed. I'm like, why couldn't it be a colossal squid? It doesn't even give you that much XP for it. It gives you like 800. And for me, for mythical fish, that is very low. And it does sell for a decent amount of money, like $1,400. So I guess it's not that bad, but I wish it gave you a little bit more for both. And for the next mythical fish on the list, we have the oarfish. And this one, I'm going to put it at a B tier. The oarfish is a really easy mythical fish to catch. And on top of that, it gives you 2,000 XP every single time. It doesn't really sell for the best amount of money, but I'm going to tell you that XP, it does stack over time. And up next, we have Ringo, and this one, I'm going to put it at a D tier. Overall, it gives you bad XP and bad money. And to make things even worse, it's a minus 50% progress speed. So this one is always going to be a no for me. Alright, so moving on, and next we have the spectral serpent, and of course this one I'm going to put it at an S tier. I've been told by hundreds of people that this fish comes from another game. Now I haven't played that game, but if it's that popular, it has to be cool over there as well. The spectral serpent is a very unique fish, and a lot of people always try to get it. Not only is it unique, but it's pretty difficult to catch. So S tier every single time. Alright, so the next one on the list is going to be the sea mine, and this one I'm going to put it at a C tier. Now the main reason it's not going to go at a D tier is because the history it has. I was going to put it at an A tier for all-time mythical. If you are new to fish and you don't know the history about the sea mine, before they nerfed it, you were able to get between 15 to 25 levels every single hour, and the only reason it was possible was because of sea mine glitch. And not only were you making a bunch of XP, you were making a lot of money. Like, I don't really remember the exact amount of money you were making, but a lot of people were making like $500,000 every hour. And yeah, the sea mine was the reason a lot of people got the no life rod really fast. And next on the list we have the frozen walnut, and this one I'm gonna put it at a C tier. And I'm not really sure why they call it the frozen walnut, because it looks like an acorn to me. You know what, just for that I'm gonna put it at a D tier. And up next we have the glass diamond, and this one I'm gonna put it at a C tier. I was gonna put it at a D tier, but it does have one use for it. You need to get 2 glass diamonds to unlock a specific fishy rod, and that's pretty much the only good use it has. So I think a C tier is fair for it. Okay, so up next we have the golden seahorse, and this one I'm gonna put it at an A tier. The golden seahorse is a very good alternative to the Captain Goldfish. It didn't make as much XP as the Captain Goldfish, but it made a good amount of money. But to me, I like the golden seahorse a little bit more than the Captain Goldfish, but the Captain Goldfish made more money and more XP. Now this one is gonna be pretty hard for me to say, but I think this one is called the Amblypterus, and this one I'm gonna put it at a D tier. And in my opinion, I think its location is the main reason it's a terrible mythical fish. The place you catch this one is the ancient archives, and is a really easy one to get. And I feel like once you catch it one time, you never really go back to get it again. So I think D tier is good for it. And up next we have the golden sea pearl, and this one I'm gonna put it at a B tier. Now I was gonna put it at a D tier, but it has a really good use for it. My only issue with this pearl, it is so rare to get. It's actually so rare that I had to go trade for it instead. So yeah, B tier, I think B tier is pretty good for it. And next, another amazing mythical fish is the Aurora trout, and this one I'm gonna put it at an S tier. Just like the glacial sturgeon, these two make you a lot of money. To find both fishes, you have to go to the cryogenic canal in the new location. And I'm telling you, these can give you over $500,000 every hour easily. So if you haven't tried it, go try it right now. And next we have the handfish, and this one I'm gonna put at a B tier. However, it's not really the coolest one, but regardless, it still has a shiny version. So I think B tier is pretty good for it. And for our next mythical fish, we have the ice bearded shark, and this one I'm gonna put at a C tier. I'm not really a fan of this mythical fish because you don't really make that much money in XP at that location. And like I said before, at the Northern Expedition, if you want to make good money, always go to the cryogenic canal. And up next we have the Helicorpion, and this one I'm gonna put it at a B tier. Every time you catch this, it gives you 2,500 XP, so it is a lot of XP. If this mythical fish spawned way more, I would put it at an A tier, but it still gives you a lot of XP for what you get. And for the next mythical fish on the list, we have the Lepidotes, and this one I'm gonna put it at a D tier. And this one is also located in the ancient archives, and this one also gives you like no XP and no money, so D tier is perfect for it. And next we have the Mosasaurus, and this one I'm gonna put in S tier every single time. If you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure the Mosasaurus could reach like 30,000 kilograms or higher, and it could be as big as an island. So yeah, it's always cool to see that. So if you haven't caught it, you could look at my guide on how to catch it, but it is a very unique one to catch. And for the next mythical fish, we have a whale shark, and this one I'm gonna put it at an S tier. And to be honest, the only reason I'm putting it at an S tier is because it is a massive fish. And up next, we have a mythical fish I dislike, and it's gonna be the sea turtle. And this one I'm gonna put it at a C tier. The only reason I don't put it at a D tier is because I love turtles. But I'm telling you right now, this has to be one of the most rare mythical fishes I've ever caught. It was actually so rare, it took me multiple days to catch it. I don't know why, maybe my luck was just bad. So yeah, maybe my luck is bad, but I think C tier is good for it. It doesn't really have that much other uses for it. And actually for the next two, we have the sea snake and mutated shark, and both of them are gonna be an S tier. For a very long time, these two were the biggest money makers in the game. If you guys are not familiar with these two mythical fishes, these are both able to be caught in the depths, and I believe you could catch both of them with a fish head and make even more money. But fishing in the depths can make you over $300,000 an hour, so these two are iconic for fish. So we have 5 left. The next one is gonna be wolffish, and this one I'm gonna put it at a C tier. This fish is really rare to get, but it doesn't really give you that much XP or money. If it gave you more XP, I would put it at a B tier, but I think C tier is fine for it. And for the next fish, this one is not mythical, it is exotic. It's gonna be the molten banshee, and this one I'm gonna put it at a B tier. And this molten banshee, it does give you a good amount of XP and money. I believe it gives you like 2,000 XP every time you catch it. But to be honest, the main reason I put it at a B tier is because I like the way it looks. So we have 3 left. The next one is gonna be the obsidian swordfish, and this one I'm gonna put it at a C tier. Now, even though it is a mythical fish, this one only gives you 1,000 XP. In my opinion, I've always felt like mythical fishes should give you over 2,000 XP every single time. And to be honest, its location is pretty terrible too, so it's not really one you should go for. And up next, we have the whisker bill, and this one I'm gonna put it at a D tier. I have no idea why this fish is so rare, and the place you have to catch this fish is on Moose Wood. Here's the funny thing about it. If you were to fish all over Moose Wood, it will take you days to catch this fish. But for some reason, by the lighthouse, if you were to fish right next to it, you will catch the whisker bill every single time. I'm not really sure why it's like that. If you use a radar right next to it, it's not going to say whisker bill, unless they changed it, of course. But if you were to fish like to the left of it, you'll never catch the whisker bill. You have to be like in that specific spot every single time to catch it. I'm just putting it at D tier because it used to get me mad all the time. And for the last one of the tier list, we have the depths key, and this one I'm going to put it at an A tier. And I mean, it has one use and a really important one. In order to unlock the depths, you have to use the depths key on the gate. And yeah, that is pretty much my tier list. I think now I'm going to organize these. I think at number 1, I'm going to put the colossal squid at S tier. The sturgeon I'm going to put up higher. The trout I'm going to put up higher. Sea snake higher. Mutated shark higher. The serpent higher. The whale shark higher. I'm going to drop the captain goldfish a little bit lower because these 4 fishes right here make way more money and way more XP now. Oh, that's right. Before I forget, we have one more mythical fish to add. And this one is a newer mythical fish. It is called the Grand Reef Guardian, and this one is going to be at an S tier. If you guys don't know, this one gives you one of the best XP in the game. But I'm still going to put it behind the mutated shark and sea snake because this one gives you more money and more XP at the same time. But if you want XP only, this one is a really good option to go to every single time. But I have a feeling in the future they're gonna nerf it. I'm gonna put the mosasaurus a little bit higher. Yeah, definitely the Isonaught is gonna be number 1 in A tier. The golden seahorse 3rd place. The mega is gonna be at a high B tier. You know what? I think I'm gonna put it at an A tier. At the end of the day, it's still a mega and it gives you a lot of money. The molten banshee at number 1 in B. Put this one higher. This one way lower. The handfish maybe a little bit higher. Yeah, like that is good. For C tier, I'm gonna put the sea turtle just because I like it. Maybe sea mine a little bit lower since they nerfed it like crazy. I'm gonna put a glass diamond in 2nd because it does have a really good use for it. I'm gonna put the whisker bill higher, and I think like that is gonna be good. If you disagree with me on my tier list, let me know in the comments below because I do want to know. And yeah, that is pretty much all I got for today. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.